Hey everybody, I'm back. Sorry I've been gone for so long. Again, schoolwork caught up to me, but you know what? I'm back, so let's get down to business in the world of sports. Fair warning though, there was a lot of news that went on today. But anyway, in NBA news, Stoudemire has been busy in the off season. The New York Knicks' Samari Stoudemire has been talking about taking part in producing a horror film. The fashion designing and acting power forward has been in discussions with Relativity Media mogul Ryan Cavanaugh to executive produce The Strangers 2, a sequel to the 2008 chiller The Strangers. During the off season, Stoudemire will also be heading to LA this week to film a cameo in Entourage and the film New Year's Eve. He is also preparing to launch a women's clothing line with Rachel Roy in September. And the most obvious NBA news, Mike Brown has agreed to coach the Lakers. Former Cleveland Cavalier coach Mike Brown has agreed to a deal that will be for 4 years and $18.25 million. The contract is a 3 year deal with the team option for a fourth year. Even if the Lakers don't pick up the option, Brown is guaranteed to receive $2.5 million. In NCAA basketball news, the NCAA has made new court changes. They have approved adding an arc 3 feet from the basket, inside which a defender cannot take a charge. And the organization said Thursday its playing rules oversight panel had approved several recommended rule changes for college basketball during a conference on Monday. The women's 3 point line will move back a foot to 20 feet and 9 inches next season, the same distance the men have used since 2008 to 2009. In both the men's and women's games, the terminology for fouls will be changed to match the NBA. Intentional fouls will now be called flagrant ones, and flagrant fouls will now be called flagrant two. Women's teams will also test a 10-second half court rule in exhibition games next season. And also in NCAA news, Harrell has transferred to Kentucky. Former North Carolina State point guard Ryan Harrell says he's transferring to Kentucky. He announced his decision on Twitter saying, quote, I am a Kentucky Wildcat, unquote. His departure from North Carolina State last month was described to be a mutual decision made by both Harrell and new coach Mark Gottfried. Harrell averaged 9.3 points in 29 games as a freshman, ranking 7th in the ACC with an assist to turnover ratio of 1 to 9. He will sit out this season and will have 3 years of eligibility starting in the 2012-2013 season. He will be joining a Kentucky program that recently lost freshmen John Wall and Brendan Knight to the NBA and brings in Marcus T, one of the nation's highest rated high school point guards. In NASCAR news, Menard will race despite his minor injury. Paul Menard will race this weekend despite a cut to his right foot. He apparently acquired the cut earlier this week while working at his house. He did receive stitches, but it is not expected to impact his run Sunday in the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Menard is 17th in the series standings. Elliott Sadler, the nationwide series points leader, is on standby in case Menard needs a relief driver. In NHL news, Wade has announced his retirement. New York Islander Doug Wade has finally announced his retirement after 19 years in the NHL. The 40-year-old was a 4-time All-Star, playing for 6 different teams during his professional career. During his professional career after starring at Lake Superior State University in Michigan. He was selected 34th overall by the New York Rangers in the 1990 NHL entry draft and went on to score 278 goals and a total of 1,033 points. During his career, Wade spent 8 seasons playing center for the Edmonton Oilers before stops with the St. Louis Blues and the Carolina Hurricanes, where he won a Stanley Cup in 2006. After a short stint with the Anaheim Ducks during the 2007-2008 season, Wade joined the Islanders. He was limited during his 3 seasons with the Islanders, missing 139 games due to injury. He also won a silver medal playing for the U.S. hockey team during the 2002 Winter Games in Salt Lake City. And in MLB news, DUI charges against Lowe have been dropped. DUI and reckless driving charges have been dismissed against Braves pitcher Derek Lowe. Yair says police video following the April 28th arrest showed Lowe did remarkably well in his field sobriety test after declining a breath test. And Lowe has apologized for being arrested. And De La Rosa has been placed on the disabled list. Colorado Rockies pitcher Jorge De La Rosa is still trying to come to grips with the news that he has a season-ending injury to his left elbow. The team placed him on the disabled list Wednesday, a day after he tore a ligament in the third inning against the Arizona Diamondbacks. He will have Tommy John style tendon replacement surgery when the swelling goes down, hopefully for the team next week. The procedure will sideline him for a year. This season he was 5-2 with the 3.51 ERA. And Grady Sizemore's return will be soon. Ezekiel Carrera was recalled on May 20th for Sizemore's replacement, and in his first at bat in the majors, dropped a game-winning RBI bunt single as the Indians beat the Cincinnati Reds. In 5 games, he went 2 for 8 and drove in 2 runs. However, Sizemore is expected to come off the disabled list at some point in the next few days and return to his regular spot in the lineup. He has been sidelined with a bruised right kneecap, injured in a hard slide. Sizemore said that he felt good running the bases on Wednesday, but the 3-time All-Star would not commit to when he would play next. Sizemore missed most of last season after undergoing microfracture surgery on his left knee. And finally, in soccer news, Toure has been banned. Manchester City defender Kolo Toure was banned on Thursday for 6 months, backdated to March when he was suspended by the English Football Association for positive doping test. Toure, also an Ivory Coast international, faced a ban of 2 years, but the FA Commission said it took into account his admission of guilt for taking water tablets belonging to his wife. The FA believed Toure did not intend to enhance his sporting performance or try to mask taking a performance-enhancing substance. The drug test was administered after the Manchester Derby on February 12th, and it came back positive on March 2nd when the ban will start. But I told you it was a lot. There was a lot of news today, but yeah, there's the French Open that's going on. But yeah, anyway, that's it for sports talk. You want to get in contact, like I said, leave a comment on my page or follow me on Twitter, LoganPat97, or any comments, suggestions, anything you want me to talk about, yeah, that's it. But yeah, until this is Logan Patton signing off.